Hey folks, Dave the Not So Evil EvilViking13 here, and welcome back to my live build of the Minutemen's capital, the castle. Let's not target my own artillerymen. Last episode, we worked on my conference room, where the general meets with all of his commanders and the leaders of all of his settlements. This episode, we're going to work on probably, I'd say, the medical center, as well as my personal quarters. But as you guys can see, I've gone back and added a few things and removed a few things back here in the conference room. You guys hated that centerpiece light, so it is now gone. I haven't added this yet, but I'm going to put some fans over here on the bits of furniture so that the giant banners have a reason to be waving in the wind. I've also gone through and added some carpet here, which leads to the work in progress of my personal quarters. Turn on my light here so you guys can see a bit better. It's kind of dim right now. Got a nice wood floor with some dirt that I can't really remove. I'm working on a nice little fireplace over here for a living room almost for my quarters. And the general has to be in touch with all of his intelligence agents. I've got security cameras watching the Commonwealth apparently. And then back here in the corner, I have my personal bathroom with a locked gate that leads down into the underground section. Let's actually just go ahead and lock that up. There we go. I think the bathroom's basically complete. I went through and added some wood paneling and some pillars. That looks pretty good. Let's put this fireplace into place. Give it a slight bit of rotation. There we go. I'm actually thinking, guys, that I don't want just a fireplace against that wooden background. So I'm going to grab some concrete, perhaps some brick. Yeah, let's go with some brick. I'm going to build a hearth, and that might take a little bit of time, but I think it'll be worth it. See, concrete walls? Yeah. That gives us some of the plain brick, but I'm really looking for some of the blocks. Let's see. There we go. I think I'll make do with just a single nice piece of brick. I do want it to match the bathroom, though, if possible. Shack foundation, tunnel 2. That's too old looking for the brick that I want. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that nice red brick back in the beginning. I think that was the most suitable one I've seen so far. Brick, slate. That's a larger brick, which I like, but the color's not quite there. Yeah, we'll go with the classic brick. Okay. Let's pull you out of the floor just a bit. I think back towards the wall a tiny bit too would help. Just make sure that our fireplace is centered. How does that look? I like it. And to get rid of the annoying texture glitch, I can just grab it and release it. Let me go ahead and put a fire in there. Give us some light. And again, I'm just going to use my auto hotkey scripts to position that inside. I think I can rotate it to where it's not glitched through completely. A few of the sticks are sticking through, but I think that works just fine. They're underneath, so you really can't tell. Time to put my chairs back in here. Put the couch back here. Ooh, the fire even crackles. That chair is going to have to be a little bit off center. Nice. What other furniture can I place in the living room? Maybe a lamp, but I do want to at least partially leave the fireplace as the primary source of light. Okay, no glitched wires for the door. I like that. Got this file cabinet back here too. Might put that like this with the office furniture. Perhaps an end table of some kind for the couch. Then I can move that chair onto the carpet a tiny bit. Okay, so I'm not the best interior decorator. Nothing really lines up perfectly, but it's cozy, so I'm happy with it. I really feel like I can leave the rest of this floor space nice and open. Got a thermostat here on the wall, but no real air system to speak of. Any other tables that would go in here? Ooh. Fancy table. I like it. It is not wanting to fit where I want it to, though. There we go. I think this daisy rug was over here with the desk. Again, I want to try and keep my quarters kind of open and airy, so I'm going to resist the urge to fill it full of more furniture. I think the screen and the terminal and the desk is already kind of distracting in that nice homey feel. So let's add some lights and see where that leaves us. I'll do a nice lampshade next to the corner here. lamp for my desk. Perhaps a lamp in this corner. There we go. It's a nice soft light. Tons of colored lights. And street lights. What lamp could fit next to my bed? Ooh. Maybe the chandeliers. Do 2 of these. I can't tell if those are the modded ones or the Wasteland Workshop ones. They're the modded ones because the Wasteland Workshop ones actually glow. Yeah, I think I'll use these for lamplight in here, guys. Put one there, and perhaps one here, and one here. Don't want to go too crazy adding lights because that does hurt your frame rate. Is there a light in here? I'll add a single light, perhaps. Track light ground. The bathroom's pretty modern, so I could do a fancier, more modern light. Or I could stick with these, well, it says it right there in the name, fancy wall lights. I need a mirror in here too. Yeah, I'll stick with those. Wow, my sense of getting things level is a bit off today, guys. Let's adjust these a tiny bit. There we go. I'm not liking all of these foot lockers everywhere either. These ammo boxes. I'll keep my go bag there and my foot locker, I think, but I'll get rid of that one ammo box. I still have the original cigars over here too. Cool. That looks pretty impressive when you walk in. I think it's time to hang some paintings, guys. I'll start with the paintings, and then I will go for smaller props, and we're going to go ahead and do the micro decoration for this room. I want some nice, big paintings for in here. This is one of my favorites. Put that over the entrance here. Move that thermostat again. And a great painting of some mountains. That's a nice, impressive one for the back wall. George Washington. He's got to have a place of honor in here. That's a big painting. Where could that fit? Get rid of that lamp. Move this one. See if I can put Washington over top of my cigar collection. I feel like I should put one more chandelier right there. We'll come back to it though. Some of the DLC paintings. Not really feeling the modern ones for in here. These are all huge. But I think I can make room. Okay. We've hung some very nice paintings up. Yeah, let's skip all the modern ones. Are there any small ones that I could place just to fill in some of the open spots? The puppies and the kittens. You put a sailing ship in the bathroom, but I don't think there's any wall space available. No. I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I like how that looks. So yeah, let's just go back and add that one light. And let's remember that the first set of the chandeliers are the modded ones that don't quite glow correctly. Yeah, those right there. It's the ones with the black looking bulbs that actually glow correctly. And about that high off of the line. That looks good. Now for the rest of the fireplace decorations, what do we have that we can mount? Mounted dog head. These are all pretty grim looking. I'm gonna have to go out and find me a death claw, I think. Or perhaps just go back to the cage on Pleasure Island and see if I've caught one recently. Deathclaw hide, 1 of 2. Yeah, I bet I can find one in the cage back there. But I want to mount some of these next to the fireplace. So let's do Mirelurk King. And then we'll do a Deathclaw as the next one. Sweet. That's classy right there. You know, I know that I said, guys, that I was going to do the micro decoration as well, but I think to speed up these live build videos, I'm going to save the micro detailing, at least a lot of it from this point on, for once I finish the live build series and before I post the full tour with Joel. And of course, there will be a full tour with Joel. But a lot of that small detailing involves scrolling through a lot of menus and you know, figuring out which props you want to go where. So from here on out, I'm gonna place, you know, the main bits of furniture and paintings and maybe some posters, but stuff like cups and mugs and board games and guns and smaller props like that, I'm going to save for just me to work on. And that'll save us some time. So for now, I'm going to consider General Dave's office basically complete. I'm seeing some wood clipping through, so maybe I'll work on the hallway out here just briefly. Might try and put a pillar in that corner. I also might look into another one of the settlement keyword mods besides the one I'm currently using, which is settlement keywords extended, because I don't like having so many things under their own menu off to the side. Aha, snap and build. Let's just close those doors so I can access the corner back here. I'm going to put one pillar on that side and one pillar on that side. Scoot you guys back into the corners. Okay. And the same for this one. Nice. I need to go down one unit. Well, you can definitely tell which room is General Dave's now. No signs required. So this is our medical bay, which I was thinking about working on. This is Valentine's office here at the castle. This is going to be our bar area. But something else that has been suggested a bunch of times, both for the castle and for possibly its own build, is for me to make a propaganda printing center where all of my Minutemen posters and all are produced. I'm just looking around here to see if I have any spare rooms available. Got the cells back here. Let's take a peek. Whew! Bit of a frame rate drop coming up here. I am going to turn the base of this tower into officers' quarters.
Yes.
So that can't be our printing room, or could it? Let's see, it's got 3 beds. And you know, up here on the wall actually might be a really great place to have that propaganda center. It's got 3 beds inside. We actually have 36 right now, so I can spare the room. Guys, I'm liking this idea. I wasn't a huge fan of having the printing press up, or the, not the printing press, the officers' quarters up there on the wall. But if maybe we can leave some room down here in the communications bunker to keep some of these beds. I can move some of the beds down here. Yeah, you know what? We're doing it. The propaganda center is going to go up here on the wall. Okay. Nope, don't store wires. First things first, I want to see where the electricity is going. We've got it going around the front here. That means that any lights that I place in here will probably be activated all on their own because of the ambient power. Let's see what I've got for options here. Yeah, I think some overhead lights might be appropriate for a printing room. Let's look at our ceiling lights. Got quite a few options. We'll start with a ceiling fan. Yep. That's going to get the air flowing. And how about just some fluorescent lights? Oh yeah, that is a lot of light, even if they don't exactly light up correctly on their own. My only worry is with adding all these lights is that I'm going to get a huge frame rate drop. I won't be able to turn these off easily. Okay. I'm trying to remember where the printing presses are. I think they're under miscellaneous decorations, which has a lot of stuff in it. So, get ready for some scrolling here, guys. Our skeletons, boat anchors. I think that's Piper's outfit. I think. Some corpses. Aha! Found it under miscellaneous clutter. Got ourselves a printing press. Let's do at least 2 of them, I would say. And then we can have some tables and stuff for doing things like making the flags and the banners, as well as prepping our posters for shipment. That looks good. Let's put some tables in this corner. Although, before we do that, let's look at the rest of the miscellaneous category, because a work sink also fits, and I saw a few other things that would help out. Not the human remains, though. Let's go back the other direction. There we go. That's a pre-war USA flag. Let's go for a more worn one. And of course our curled Minutemen flag. Fire control, that seems a bit over the top, but this is actually one of the things I was looking for. We're gonna put some vents in here. So that room would get horribly, horribly hot. So this light needs to go up here to make room for the ventilation system. Now, how does that look from down here? That is acceptable, I think. That outside vent is massive. Let's go ahead and add one over here in this corner too. Nice. And back up we go. I might widen this staircase out because I miss that every single time. That should roughly match the one that we placed outside. And finally, an air conditioner. Oh, that's just going to fall right off the wall. If I can cover that up, which I don't think I can. So yeah, I'll just remove that. Oh, these flags are clipping through, I just realized. Well, whoops. I'll put those down in my personal quarters in a few minutes. Instead, let's put those work tables down that I was talking about. You can put a cart style one over here. I'm thinking some of these big metal tables would work really, really well. Okay. I think probably some filing cabinets and a terminal and a desk. I imagine that Piper would be my like lead propagandist, writing all this stuff, designing all these posters. So let's give her a nice desk. And scoot it back where it belongs. Yeah, I'm glad that I decided to move the propaganda printing area up here to the top, because I feel like it really would not have fit in any of those interior rooms down below. Scoot that back like that. I'll have one filing cabinet kind of hanging open. That fit back here in the corner? I think it will. There is one tiny patch of dirt causing that filing cabinet to float just slightly, so I'm going to fix that too. There we go. Is that back against the wall? Not quite. Okay. I think a work chair for over here, and a desk chair, and the propaganda center will be mostly complete. And again, I'm going to just do some decorations on the wall and leave the micro decorating for when I'm working on the final touches for the entire build. I am starting to see a frame rate drop now. Probably into the mid to low 40s. My goal is always to keep it above 30 to avoid crashes, so I might have to start being a bit more careful. I might want to prioritize what comes next. Maybe not totally detail all the bathrooms and stuff like that, and instead focus on the, the communications room, the bar, and stuff like that first, just in case the frame rate does become an issue very quickly. I guess she also probably needs that terminal, huh? Okay. I think I have under miscellaneous now a fake terminal. Yeah. That should be easier on my frame rate than an actual terminal that has all the connections and code attached to it. You know, guys, that frame rate drop might be into the 30s at certain points already. I am going to have to watch out for that. I think in the propaganda center, we're not going to have any normal paintings. It's all going to be banners and propaganda. Yes. And of course the Minutemen flag back here. Let's do that in the back wall if we can. Love, love, love that high-res texture. It looks awesome. None of those banners are going to fit for sure. Okay. That just leaves our posters. There's a lot of posters to scroll through though, and you guys had to suffer through that on the armory. So I'm going to stop here on our propaganda center. I'll come back later and add some of our sample Minutemen posters because I am photoshopping more as well. And I'll have some kind of like down on the table over here where Piper and gang are working on them and stuff like that. Yeah, you can access basically everything in here. I think that's plenty roomy. You know what though? It really could use a sign outside. I'm gonna get rid of this fan, move the AC over to, I'm gonna have to hop the wall here, over to here, make it like that air conditioner is going right into that vent instead. And I'm gonna see how some neon lettering would look. I don't want to actually call it a propaganda center though. What's a better phrase? Information ministry. Or information department? Outreach department? Oh man. Now I can't decide. Also, where is the lettering now? Let's see. Power, miscellaneous, interactive, lights. Is there no category? Electricity, interactive, ceiling lights. Yeah, this version that I'm using of settlement keywords that redoes all my categories might have accidentally gotten rid of the neon lights. Either that or I have totally forgotten where they are. Which is also a possibility. Well, until I figure out where the neon lights have gone to, I might have to replace that settlement keywords mod. You guys vote. What should the propaganda center actually be called? Should I just call it the propaganda center? Should it be named something more innocent, or perhaps something more Orwellian? General Dave is saving the Commonwealth, but I'm definitely having fun with kind of that slightly, you know, hardcore rules theme that I think Joel started that, laughing about how organized everything was. I'm kind of just rolling with it. I think it's fun. So yeah, you guys come up with a name, and I will put it on the outside of our printing press center here. I'm going to go put these flags down in my house, my quarters. But before I do that, I think I'm going to replace this staircase right here with something a little more permanent. Let's see. Let's look under snap and build and then real estate stairs. Yeah, these are much more solid. Stairs E3. Yeah, let's go with that. You guys might notice that I'm not turning off snapping, which would be a pretty big help here, and that's because I've narrowed down turning on and off snapping to the crashes that I was getting while trying to record the last episode of this castle build. So for now, I'm just going to avoid turning snapping on and off. The ability to place things anywhere is the most important part of this mod, although I was really getting attached to that snap toggle. Hopefully, those crashes will be fixed in the near future, but I feel like that staircase is much more solid looking and works a lot better. I shouldn't be missing that one like the other one. There we go. It's not nearly as narrow. My quarters should be over here on the left. There we go. I'm gonna put those flags on each side of the fireplace, I think. So to do that, I've got to move the trash can. And because those flags are buried so many categories deep into my menus, I am going to actually walk back to get them and just carry them back. And while I do that, I'll do a bit of thinking out loud for what's going to be next for this episode. Looking at my timer here, I got a bit of time left. Perhaps we're going to work on the communication center next. So I think the medical bay could be skipped over if I needed to. I've done medical bays in my other settlements, and I can kind of just make the outside wall maybe and just, you know, fake the interior. But the communication center, like, we actually built a bunker for that. I feel like that needs to be detailed and higher up on the priority list. But again, going through my mental checklist of what's high priority, what could I skip if that frame rate gets too bad. I wish I had used more of the power conduits that don't have the ambient power, because then I could ease up on how many lights are turned on, because during the daytime I really don't need them on. Flag, get in the corner. Needs to come out just a bit. Nice. Oh. I just turned off the workshop timeout. Did not even know that that was a shortcut key, but hey, it didn't crash when I quick saved, but it is probably time for a manual save, so I'm going to do that before we head on to the comms bunker. And we'll see if we can leave this left side as bunk space. And we're back, guys. I've gone through and fixed a couple of errors with the bunker. It's been a long time since I started working on this build, and a few mod updates had broken some of the windows and doors and stuff. That's all fixed up now. And I've also gone through and added some lights and a concrete wall that took forever to line up right, that divides some of the extra sleeping quarters off of the communications area. And I think I'm just going to leave the rest of that open, because there's really no pieces that could seal up that rooftop. So maybe this could be communication officers' quarters, where the lack of privacy in the comms room isn't really a big deal. Okay. Let's make sure I've got a quick save going. Let's get our main furniture in place. I think most of what we're going to be looking for is going to be, yep, under power and miscellaneous. This is an actual console, I believe. So I'm going to put that next to our power source so we can actually use that to control stuff. And I'm going to fill the room up with various bits of communications equipment. I'm going to have to watch as I'm placing this stuff how much copper this is costing me, because I think I'm down to, yeah, 653. Not great. I think I'll also stick mainly with the green consoles. Gotta have our tactical map though. This monitor bank does not really work unless I can put it on a pole of some kind coming down from the ceiling. Which I will do. Okay, I'm going to put this light up here with the rest and see if I can get a double wall of monitors here. This is going to be one of the areas that really hurts the frame rate, so it's good that I'm going to go ahead and just get it all placed now. Research terminal. I'll put some desks on that wall with the screens on it. A couple of security cameras. Got to keep the communications bunker secure. Speaking of which, and yes, guys, these are tiny little details, but I do enjoy them. I'm going to put a few cameras just to watch the important areas of the castle. And, you know, no cameras inside of my personal quarters, but definitely a camera outside of them. Okay, got some miscellaneous terminals here. Some light boxes. Definitely not doing any kind of light boxes here at the castle. They destroy frame rates. We've got no room to spare when it comes to that. I'll put one camera over this light here. Okay, let's go ahead and place down more of these terminals. These larger, just really prop sections. And again, let's stick with the green ones for the most part. My precious copper, it's so expensive. That's not right. That's more like it. Thinking about like a radio desk, I guess, in the corner over here. So I'll use a couple of these lower console towers. Is that against the wall? It is not. Now it is. Same treatment for that one. Let's line that up a bit better. There we go. Okay, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit any more console pieces in here, but I think one will go out here. Do one green one there. And then a big console tower for his radio equipment out here. Get that back against the wall. I did seal in this rooftop, if a bit crappily. Okay. Gonna put a big console here. Can I sink that into the wall any? It's pretty big. Yeah, there we go. Just a bit. And this one I think is going to be too big to fit right there. Oh wow, that's actually massive. Okay. This one should fit though. Yeah. Okay. That's basically what I had in mind. Now we just need our extra radio desks and to get this bank of monitors lower so we can actually see it. Let's get those desks in here. I'm thinking some really nice desks. Something that really feels like it fits. I think desks are under, yeah, containers. Awkwardly. I have these big old terminal desks, but I think, yeah, these two right here should do the trick. I don't know if I'm gonna get two. Might just be the one. And in this corner, yeah, that's not gonna fit. If I moved one of these monitor banks over to this corner though, I could put this console over here behind the door. That could possibly leave room for, yes, a communications desk in the corner. That is going to be a tight fit though. Might scoot all of this over just the slightest. And now I'm remembering that all of this wants to freak out and float. Oh well, let's get this right. Cool, there we go. So now this one can go. Let's just go ahead and adjust that with the auto hotkey script. Go like this. And you guys can stop floating. Looking good. Looking good. Let's do our chairs next. Actually, I guess we have room for a side table here. Is there anything that would actually fit well? Maybe one of those institute tables for once. The small ones. There's the large ones. Medium-sized. I'll go with this large one right here. It's kind of like a worn metal that looks pretty military. Speaking of, gonna put these out here too. I'll give them some wall storage as well, but that's just going to be a very bare bones quarters attached to the communications bunker. Actually, let's put you over here. Then I can put a couch. I think a nice work couch would look really good in there. Yeah. Let's do the Institute couch. And then put a side table next to that. And does that have a door yet? It does not. I don't think a bunker door quite fits. Might just put a blue steel door on top. Nice and simple. What I'm going for here, guys, is a well-equipped communication center that looks still a little bit ramshackle. Like we've cobbled it together from the ruins of the Institute and from various nearby military facilities. What do we have for chairs? Go with the classic office chairs for the two desks, and then I'll put some stools down for the map, as well as for the, yeah, right there, the consoles. I do have these Institute chairs, though. How would that look? That's appropriately fancy. Do one like this. Don't grab the door. How about those stools? Nice. Okay. So our seating is in place. Our lighting's down. Our desks are here. Our electronics are here. What we need for our radio tables is now the radios themselves. And a new radio for the wall, tuned unnecessarily to radio freedom. Gonna leave that turned off for sure. And I'm definitely gonna put a flag on the wall. Come on, get back there. Okay, I'm just gonna glitch it here and scoot it into place with the auto hotkey script. That is not centered at all. There we go. I feel like it's still kind of dim in here, but I don't know. Maybe these lights just aren't doing the trick. Let me hide this one and see if one of the modded lights can just give off a stupid amount of light. Interactive horizontal surfaces, ceiling lights. Maybe this sucker right here. That should do it. Oh yeah. Nice. Now, for that bank of monitors hanging from the ceiling, I'm going to see how it looks with a steel beam just coming down from the ceiling. And if we attach it to that, well, that's not quite right. It's a little awkward looking, but it does the trick. Oh boy, centering this is going to be all kinds of fun. That's pretty close. I feel like all we need in here now is a Minutemen flag for the quarters. And perhaps one for the communications room as well, although I don't want to go too crazy with just flags, and there's so much wall space to use. There we go. Nice big patriotic bunting instead. I'll put some over the doorways as well. Let's not have the conduit in the bunting. Hello, Jezebel. I will put this flag in here. Yeah, no paintings in the comms room, just simple. I'll probably put some posters of some kind up over here. Although, storage. They actually need some storage. That might take up all the wall room, seeing there's really nowhere else to put storage besides on the wall. I'll use this ammo box in here too. There's the wall cabinet. Yeah, I'll give them each their own wall cabinet, I think. Well, that is one wall cabinet for every 2 beds. That is submarine style quarters, but we needed the beds, so... Cool. Do a slow look around there. I know I'm always tending to fly around when I'm building, my mouse cranked up to maximum. Yeah, guys, this is basically exactly what I was envisioning for the communications bunker. A way for the general to communicate with all of the outlying settlements, to take care of intelligence, and of course to broadcast radio freedom, just as an extension on to that main radio mast. Okay, well that's going to be it for today, guys. As always, drop your suggestions for the build as it progresses into the comments. I do read basically everything, and we'll keep rolling on this and hopefully actually have a tour of the castle in the relatively near future. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time.